These are the most expensive automotive gambles ever attempted by YouTubers, and British content creator Mark McCann just made the biggest bet of them all. He dropped $1.22 million on a completely broken Mansory Bugatti Veyron that's been sitting in pieces across 2 garages for over 3 years. Nobody has successfully put it back together, and the repair bills could reach $750,000. But here's the thing about Mark McCann. This isn't some trust fund kid playing with daddy's money. This guy built a multi-million-dollar empire selling ratchet straps to supermarkets through his company Samark Engineering. He went from making helmet screws for BMX riders to owning a $13 million car collection with over 70 vehicles. Now, he's betting everything on the automotive equivalent of buying a house that's been hit by a tornado. The car in question started life as a regular Bugatti Veyron, which is already one of the most complex machines ever built. We're talking about an 8-liter quad-turbocharged W16 engine producing 1,001 horsepower, 10 radiators, just to keep it cool, and a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission that costs $185,000 to replace. But this particular Veyron went through something even more extreme. It was transformed by Mansory into a Pur Sang replica around 2008 for an estimated $440,000. Mansory isn't just any tuning company. Founded by Iranian designer Kourosh Mansory in 1989, they've become the go-to modifier for Middle Eastern royalty and tech billionaires who think a regular hypercar isn't exclusive enough. Their specialty is carbon fiber, and lots of it. They'll wrap, replace, and redesign nearly every surface of a car with their signature lightweight material. The problem is, what McCann bought isn't actually a real Pur Sang. The genuine Bugatti Veyron Pur Sang was a factory special edition limited to just 5 cars worldwide, unveiled at the Frankfurt Motor Show in 2007. Bugatti's head of design, Achim Anscheit, described it as having qualities that merge into a unique appearance, almost like a painting by Dutch artist Piet Mondrian. These authentic Pur Sangs sell for over $2.3 million when they rarely come to market. What McCann bought is essentially a very expensive tribute act. The real nightmare began when McCann's team started inspecting what they'd actually purchased. The gearbox needs complete replacement. That's potentially $375,000 right there. The car is missing critical hardware, has damaged aluminum body panels, and the interior is falling apart. Then came the discovery that would make any car enthusiast's blood run cold. Some of what was supposed to be premium carbon fiber is actually vinyl wrap. Poor quality vinyl wrap that's peeling and cracking. Think about that for a moment. You pay over $1 million for what you think is a carbon fiber masterpiece, only to find out parts of it are basically expensive stickers. It's like buying a Rolex and discovering the face is a printout taped to a digital watch. The financial math on this project is absolutely terrifying. In the worst-case scenario where every major component needs replacement, McCann could be looking at repair bills reaching $750,000. Add that to his $1.22 million purchase price, and he's approaching $2 million invested in a car that might be worth less than he paid for a standard Veyron. This is where it gets interesting from a business perspective. McCann has around 800,000 YouTube subscribers who are absolutely fascinated by this train wreck in slow motion. The content value of documenting this restoration could actually offset the repair costs. We're talking about potentially dozens of episodes showing every painful, expensive step of bringing this mechanical corpse back to life. McCann handed the keys, or what's left of them, to Furlongers, one of the few shops in the UK with the specialized knowledge to work on Bugattis. Founded by Simon Furlonger in 2007, they're known as the Bugatti Boys for their expertise with these impossibly complex machines. If anyone can resurrect this automotive zombie, it's them. But even Furlongers is being cautious about making promises. Shop director Matt Honeysett puts it this way: there are still a lot of unknown costs that will have to be confronted during the repair journey. Translation: nobody really knows how deep this rabbit hole goes. The Veyron is already one of the most expensive cars to maintain under normal circumstances. A simple tire change requires special Michelin Pax run flats that cost $25,000 per set and can only be mounted in France for an additional $70,000. The manufacturer recommends replacing the wheels every 10,000 miles at a cost of $50,000. Most Veyron owners in Europe spend between $30,000 and $100,000 annually just on routine maintenance. Now imagine all of that, but starting from a car that's been completely disassembled by people who apparently had no idea what they were doing. It's like trying to reassemble a Swiss watch after someone took it apart with a sledgehammer. The irony is that Mansory has actually built some incredible Veyron modifications over the years. Their Linea Vivere edition costs $2.3 million and is considered one of the most expensive Veyrons ever produced. They only made 3 examples of their Vincero edition, which added $985,000 to the base car's price. When Mansory does it right, they create automotive art. When it goes wrong, you get Mark McCann's situation. Jeremy Clarkson once called the Veyron the greatest car ever made and the greatest car we will ever see in our lifetime, comparing it to Concorde. He noted that each Veyron cost Bugatti $5 million to produce, but was sold for just $1 million, making every sale a $4 million loss for the manufacturer. The engineering that goes into these machines is so complex that even Bugatti loses money on every single one. What McCann is attempting is automotive archaeology. He's trying to resurrect a machine that represents the absolute pinnacle of early 21st century engineering, modified by one of the world's most exclusive tuning companies, then destroyed by people who clearly didn't understand what they were dealing with. It's like finding the Mona Lisa in a garage sale, except someone already tried to restore it with finger paints. The gambling aspect of this purchase goes beyond just the money. McCann's reputation as a YouTuber who can pull off impossible automotive stunts is on the line. His audience knows he owns everything from supercars to rally machines. But this project could make or break his credibility in the hypercar world. Success means proving that even the most hopeless automotive disasters can be saved with enough money and determination. Failure means losing over $2 million and documenting the entire catastrophe for the world to see. The real question isn't whether McCann can afford to fix this car. It's whether the finished product will justify the astronomical cost. Even if everything goes perfectly, and he spends only $600,000 on repairs, he'll have nearly $1.9 million invested in a car that might be worth exactly that in today's market. There's no profit margin for error, but maybe that's missing the point entirely. Mark McCann didn't build his fortune by making safe, conservative decisions. He built it by seeing opportunities that others missed, whether that was ratchet straps for supermarkets or viral content about broken hypercars. This Mansory Bugatti represents the ultimate expression of that philosophy, a bet so audacious that success would cement his legacy as the YouTuber who could fix the unfixable. In the end, this story is about more than just one broken Bugatti. It's about the intersection of automotive passion, social media economics, and the kind of calculated insanity that separates true enthusiasts from people who just buy expensive cars. Mark McCann is gambling $2 million on the belief that there's still life in this mechanical masterpiece. The next few months will determine whether he's a visionary or just another cautionary tale about what happens when YouTube money meets hypercar reality.